Overthinking at night is one of the most misunderstood psychological experiences. People often say, "My mind just won't shut off." But from a clinical perspective, the mind is not misbehaving. It is doing exactly what it evolved to do. When the lights go off, distractions fade, and the body becomes still, the brain loses external input. In that quiet space, it turns inward, scanning memories, replaying conversations, imagining futures. This is not anxiety by default. This is vigilance. The problem begins when the nervous system interprets this mental activity as danger. At night, the rational brain is tired. The emotional brain is alert. This imbalance makes harmless thoughts feel urgent, personal, and unresolved. That is why a small worry can suddenly feel enormous at 2 a.m. Most people respond by fighting their thoughts. They try to force sleep. They try to silence the mind. They tell themselves to stop thinking. Psychologically, this backfires. The brain interprets resistance as a signal that something is wrong. And the more you try to suppress a thought, the more the brain checks to see if it's still there. This creates a loop: thought, resistance, more thought. So the solution is not control. The solution is redirection. Here is the 10-second habit. It is simple, but it works because it speaks the language of the nervous system, not willpower. When you lie in bed and notice your thoughts racing, do not engage with them. Do not analyze them. Instead, gently place your attention on one physical sensation in your body. It could be the feeling of your tongue resting in your mouth, the weight of your head against the pillow, the rise and fall of your chest, the contact between your feet and the blanket. Choose one sensation, only one. Now, for 10 seconds, silently describe that sensation to yourself in neutral terms. For example, warm, still, soft pressure, slow movement. No judgment. No meaning. Just observation. What this does is powerful. The brain cannot deeply analyze thoughts and accurately sense the body at the same time. By shifting attention to physical sensation, you interrupt the overthinking loop without fighting it. From a neurological standpoint, this activates sensory processing areas and reduces activity in the threat detection system. The body receives a message: nothing needs immediate action. That is when the mind begins to loosen its grip. Many people assume something so short cannot work. But the brain does not measure time the way we do. It measures signals. A clear signal of safety, even for a few seconds, is often enough to begin the transition toward sleep. If thoughts return, that is not failure. That is normal. Each time they do, gently repeat the same 10-second habit. No frustration. No forcing. Each repetition trains the brain to associate the bed with calm sensory grounding instead of mental struggle. Over time, something interesting happens. The brain learns that nighttime is not a problem-solving arena. It becomes a resting environment. And overthinking gradually loses its power. This habit is not about stopping thoughts forever. It is about changing your relationship with them. Thoughts can exist without needing your attention. Silence comes not from force, but from safety. And sometimes, all the brain needs to feel safe is 10 quiet seconds of being fully in the body. That is where rest begins.